Hey everyone, it's Lauren from the blog pennyforyourdreams.com. Welcome back. Today I want to show you how I created this beautiful farmhouse shabby chic style mailbox out of this not so farmhouse and shabby chic mailbox. It was a lot of fun to put together and I thought I would show you how I did it. You could use it on a more practical level, like actually leaving love notes, or you could just use it for decor. So let's get started. Dollar Tree sells 3 different varieties of these mailboxes, and they're actually nesting mailboxes. So I am using the biggest size that they had, and I chose this particular one because of the rectangle flag on the side. The first thing we're going to do is spray paint it white or off-white just to cover up as much of that red and purple and pink as possible. We're just going for a very flat, neutral look. It doesn't have to be perfect, just go ahead and cover it. I actually ran out of spray paint, so the inside of mine turned a light pink. It was a deep purple, but since I didn't have any extra spray paint, I just left it. I just figured, hey, it's Valentine's Day, it's pink. And as you can see, I did not do a perfect job, but that's really okay because we're going to be covering it with lots of doilies and Mod Podge, and you will not see it in the end. So for starters, just start laying some doilies on top and arranging them, and once you figure out a pattern you like, go ahead and put a little Mod Podge underneath to help the doilies stick, and then cover it with a thorough layer of Mod Podge and wipe away the extra. You'll notice that I'm using my fingers here, and that is because I could not find my paintbrush. In fact, I'm pretty sure I had to throw it away and I need to just buy a new one. But anyway, just keep on layering the doilies and you're going to end up with quite a few layers in order to get it to fully cover the mailbox and to have a really nice pattern. You really want to showcase the lacy part as much as possible because that's what's going to give it a really pretty design. I'm not going to show the entire mailbox being Mod Podged because it's basically the same thing over and over, and I didn't want it to get too boring. So I hope this gives you kind of an idea of the way I went about layering and figuring out a good pattern for the doilies. When I was finished layering the back, I just went ahead and cut the doilies, all the extra, off of the bottom and the sides. You can also go ahead and Mod Podge them on the bottom or the sides. That would also work just as well, but for the back at least, I decided to go ahead and trim it down. And here's what it looked like when I finished Mod Podging the entire thing. I think the key really is just making sure that the doilies are placed strategically and that you're really focusing on getting as much of the lacy part of the doily as possible. Oh, and just make sure you move the flag around to make sure you get the doilies underneath it. Next, what I did was to go around the perimeter of the door with some of the pretty lacy ribbon from Dollar Tree, and this is sort of an off-white cream color which kind of contrasts nicely with the white of the doilies. And I just went around the entire perimeter hot gluing as I went, and then I snipped off the end. I arranged both of the lacy pieces with the scalloped, more decorative edge facing outward, and that way it kind of just looks like one big piece when they're hot glued together. We're going to go ahead and do one last piece of ribbon along the back edge of the mailbox. And I actually debated on leaving this ribbon off, but when I held it up, I realized that it balanced out the mailbox really nicely. Alright, now we're going to focus on the mailbox flag. So you'll need some thin twine for this part, and I found this particular one in the craft section at Dollar Tree. And what we're going to do is cover the mailbox flag entirely in twine. And you could do this a few different ways. I'm hot gluing it and wrapping it sort of in a circle along the bottom part of the flag, and that way none of the white is showing through. And then I repeated that step and added a second layer, which kind of gave it a little bit more definition than it otherwise would have. And when I finished with the bottom, I moved up to the top and continued wrapping it around the top part of the flag and hot gluing as I went. After I finished wrapping it vertically, I went back over it and wrapped it horizontally just to make sure that it would have a really clean and finished look. And since it did look a teeny bit plain, I went ahead and added a little X to the top of the flag, and I think it gives it a little extra character. If you want to add one too, just go ahead and snip it in the back and add a little dab of hot glue to secure it. To finish off the flag, I'm just wrapping the base horizontally like I did with the top, again just to give it more of a finished, even look. Don't forget to add a little drop of glue to the back before you cut the twine, and you're done. Now this last step is totally optional, but I found these little adhesive foam stickers that I went ahead and wrote love letters on with the micron pen, and I just stuck it right to the front of the mailbox. And that's all there is to it. The decoupaging does take a little bit of time with the lace doilies, so it's really the perfect thing to do in the evening, just when you're relaxing, maybe watching a movie or something like that. But my husband and I are actually going to use this to leave each other little love notes leading up to Valentine's Day, so I can't wait to do that. I hope you all enjoyed this tutorial. I had a lot of fun designing it and putting it together. If you did enjoy it, I'd love it if you left this video a thumbs up, and I'd also love it if you subscribe. I'm planning to share a couple more Valentine's projects in the next week or two, so make sure you're subscribed. Alright, I'll see you next time. Bye!